Alright y'all, let's get right into this video. I want to shout out to my girl Miss Aaliyah who sent me this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Tell a friend today ain't your mama, today Uncle Joey's still a hoe. Let's get right into the video and let's get it.
And they're gonna say, oh, he was under the influence of drugs, just like they did with so many other celebrities. They said that about Whitney Houston. When the autopsy showed, Whitney Houston was face down in the tub, had bruise marks, looked like fingerprint marks on her neck. And you only get that from somebody forcing you under the water. And then they spread drugs. They created a scene. And they left her body, we're talking about Whitney now, they left her body upstairs while Clive Davis, who is also a high-ranking Freemason, you can actually, there's a whole list of Freemasons in Hollywood, he's one of them. So here we are, once again, with another Hollywood Illuminatist cancellation. And some of you were commenting on my post saying, "Oh, it was drugs. It was drugs. It was drugs."
That's what you want. They want you to believe.
Drugs. Don't be a conspiracy theorist. Well, that's what they.
You're a truther.
Want you to think, but what you don't know, and I have the video of, is when he went live. Aaron Carter went live a week before he died, telling of the trouble that he was having with Sony Records. Sony Records, he said, owed him $3.4 million.
And that's crazy because before Michael Jackson died too, he was speaking out against the labels and stuff like that too. And yeah, they snipped his ass real quick.
Carter went live a week before he died, telling of the trouble that he was having with Sony Records. Sony Records, he said, owed him $3.4 million in back money, which I believe, because these little pop artists make so much money for these record labels when they sell. They do concerts and tours, and for the most part, they sign over their lives. Sometimes
it looked like he had gained a little weight when his baby was born, and that's sad. He left that beautiful boy behind, man.
Blood to these record labels. And these record labels think they own them, and then they get out of paying them. It's why Tony Braxton has filed for bankruptcy 3 different times. It's why TLC filed for bankruptcy. And isn't it funny that Left Eye from the group TLC, she was on one of the late shows and did a bunch of interviews, and she started bringing up a lot of the occult rituals and things like that and talked about it, and then she ended up dead.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Where they said that she...
You cannot speak out once you are down with them. Like, I keep saying, the only ones that I really feel bad for are the children who are sold into this industry, man, because they really don't know what they're getting themselves into. Their brain is not developed to a point to where they can even make a conscious decision. They're like, oh, my name's going to be in lights. Cool, let's go. But these grown people who get into the industry, knowing what it comes with, you know, I really can't feel, I can feel bad for you. I can empathize with you or sympathize for you on a certain level. But at the end of the day, you know what comes with this, bro. And it's kind of like you getting into a gang and then being upset that you want to go against the gang now. You can't even really be mad at the Illuminati, the powers that be. You can't really say that they're messed up, because once you are down with their clique, once you're down with their set, blood in, blood out, the only way out is death. And some gangs work like this, all right? There's different groups and stuff like that who work and operate the same way. Why would the Illuminati or whoever runs the industry, why would they be any different? Of course they're going to take your ass out if you go against them. It doesn't make sense. You're supposed to be down with us. You know, that would be like, all right, take a basketball team. If LeBron James, okay, let's say if LeBron was playing for the Lakers, right? So LeBron's playing for the Lakers, but instead of scoring on the opposite team's basket, he scores on his own basket. Of course, they're going at a certain point, they're going to be like, LeBron, we have to let you go, fam. We don't care how good you are. You're scoring on our side, scoring points for the other team. You have to go. We have to get rid of you. So this is the similar thing that happens to these celebrities. So you can only feel so bad for them for so long, like, because you already know what you're getting yourself into. You signed your name on a dotted line to be a part of this industry, and now you want to expose some shit because you're unhappy with the result? Come on, man. You know?
Got into a car accident. Up a lot of the occult rituals and things like that and talked about it, and then she ended up dead on a trip where they said that she got into a car accident. These are not normal circumstances. Once again, we find another person, Aaron Carter, that was signed to a big record label. His brother was signed to a major record label. And you don't get fame in Hollywood unless you get approved by the occult leaders that run Hollywood.
Facts.
Okay? So he gets on live. Let's go back to Aaron Carter. All right? I know I jump around a lot because there's so much information in my brain that I want to get out. So he says that Sony Records owes him $3 million, and then he accuses his brother of rape, and he has done so many times, saying that his brother is a rapist, that he's raped many people.
Wow.
Well, as you know...
But you know what? I'm not surprised at all about that. I'm not saying... This is all alleged, right? We weren't there. We don't have any proof that Nick Carter did any of these things, right? But what I can say is to be down with the Illuminati, with the industry. You have to do things that go against your morals. Sometimes they do go along with your morals, which is the reason why you're okay with it, which is the reason why you're one of the biggest, stars. Backstreet Boys were they were huge, and Nick Carter was the star. Him and Brian, I feel like, were the stars of the Backstreet Boys, So it's like, what did you have to do to get to that level? What did you have to do?
In the record label industry, the higher up you go, they require you to do sexual things. And they record it on camera and use it as blackmail and say that they'll ruin you. Now, this is how we know that Aaron Carter, what he's saying is true, partially. Because the day before he died, he tweeted, "Ye," meaning Kanye, "we need to speak." Well, what has Kanye been doing but doing a self-proclaimed tour all over the country talking about the Illuminati, the rituals. He's been talking about how satanic his handlers were. And isn't it funny that lo and behold, Kanye gets a text from a trainer that trains everybody
MK Ultra
out in Hollywood, threatening him, saying that if you don't get into line, I'm going to make sure that the public thinks you're crazy and you're going to get locked up for being crazy. I'll make sure this happens. And you'll never get to see your family again. I mean, he literally threatened that he was going to drug him and make him seem crazy.
Turn him into a zombie.
So Kanye screenshot it and posted it on Twitter.
Bruh, I'm just happy that we're coming to a time now that the fake is getting exposed and the real is coming to the light. I just fucking love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. And it's just beautiful to see. And it's sad because some people like Kanye and Michael Jackson and Aaron Carter, they sacrificed themselves, guys. Knowing that death was upon them, knowing that they were putting their lives in danger. By exposing certain truths. But I feel like with them having knowledge, I don't know if Michael Jackson did whenever he signed his contract or whatever the case may be, or how he got into the industry. I don't know. He was a kid. Aaron Carter, a kid. They prey on these kids, But I feel like some of these artists feel like it is their duty at a certain point to do what's right. Everybody has a moral compass and we all know what's right and what's wrong. So I feel like some of these artists, instead of continuing to go with a plan and agenda, they decide to expose shit knowing that their life is on the line. And for that, I commend them. That's the least you could do. That's the least you could do after promoting these, demonic and satanic things and all of this stuff going along with the agenda. The least you can do now is wake people up to certain facts that the industry is not what they claim to be. Everything that glitters is not gold. And these things I feel are very important to know. It's very important to know what's really going on. Take that fucking blindfold off, man. I know it can get scary, but guys, this is vital information here. It really is.
Now, if you don't know already, whether Elon Musk is an Illuminatist, it's possible. Who knows?
Right.
It could be the light side of things. Who knows?
We don't know.
But the fact remains is that he has taken over Twitter. He is reinstating even Donald Trump. He reinstated Kanye. He reinstated all the people that these liberal, leftist, government-controlled ops, controlling the narrative, and he's quickly fact-checking liberals fast because they need to be fact-checked. Now, back to Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter desperately reached out to Kanye right before he died. And the week before that, he was talking about starting a GoFundMe page, yada, 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 and how Sony Records owed him $2-3 million back pay, and then he said his brother was a rapist, and he literally said they're coming after me to kill me. And lo and behold, a week later, he's found in a bathtub.
Damn.
Bathtubs are symbolism. If you don't understand what bathtubs are in Freemasonry, then you need to pick up a book and read. It's also shown in the movie Constantine. Constantine, they show everything in the movies. I've been watching a lot of new Netflix movies that have come out, and to my surprise, not really, they've been showing a lot of occultist stuff and what goes on behind closed doors, blood drinking, bloodletting, child sacrifice, and it's in these movies plain as day. But in Constantine, Keanu Reeves, the character that plays Constantine in that movie, talks about bathtubs going underwater being portals to the spirit realm, and how they're able to conjure spirits once they are sacrificed in the bathtub. Okay? That wasn't just a movie or a science fiction script written.
Hidden in plain sight, y'all. They will put it right in front of your faces, and you will be like, "Oh, it's just a movie." No, it's not just a movie. It's actually real reality, and that's the trick. That's the trick that the devil plays. Put it in a movie. That way that they think that anybody who might believe that any of this is real, we could just say, "Bro, that's just in a movie." You know, like, that can't be possible. You're going crazy. You know, like, that's the shit you see in the movies. No, nigga, that's the shit that really happens, which is why they put it in the movie.
By some creative artists out there in Hollywood, it literally is something that Freemasons perform when they do rituals and they kill people. That's why so many people end up in bathtubs. Isn't it weird that a week before Whitney Houston died in a bathtub face down, her daughter was found in the room on the same floor, asleep in the bathtub, and almost died drowning in the bathtub? Looks like they tried to sacrifice her child first, and Whitney said, "No, take me," and they killed her. Y'all don't want to, like, until we expose these elitists, and are you ready for this comment? Until the people rise up and remove them from the planet. These globalists, these Freemasons.
That's the thing. There's more of us than there is of them, y'all. There's power in numbers. Why do you guys think that they try everything in their power, and they have been even more lately, to divide us, to separate us, to make us hate each other, guys? Why do you think they do that? It's because there is power in numbers, and they know they must divide us to conquer us. That's the only way that they will have a fighting chance, is to divide us, to come up with these things, these diseases, these viruses, these racism and all of this stuff, guys, is to divide us, because there's more of us than them. Think about it. Slave master, it's only one of him, maybe two, on a plantation. How easy would it be for all of them, the plantation, to overthrow the plantation owner? But what does that plantation owner do? They have mind control over these slaves. Same thing with the Illuminati, the powers that be. They have mind control over a lot of us. There's a lot of sheep out there, but more sheep are becoming shepherds. More people are waking up to the truth, you know? And I do feel like it is our jobs, people who do see these things, to spread these things. And maybe it won't hit a person right away, but maybe it'll marinate for a year or two. Maybe they won't believe it at all at first, but it sits in the back of their mind, and year one and year two go by, and they're like, you know what, I want to research more about this. You know, it's just about planting the seed sometimes. It doesn't matter if that person wants to entertain that seed right then and there, but sometimes that seed, you know, it'll start to grow. It'll start to be like, okay, like, you'll start to wonder what is really going on, you know, and certain things start happening in real life, in the media, you know, these certain, like I said, viruses and stuff like that, certain conspiracies, certain truths are coming to the light, and you start seeing, and you're like, man, that shit don't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. You know, I really didn't believe in this at one point, but I'm starting to, like, really raise my eyebrow at this and that. And so what us truthers, not conspiracy theorists, but truthers, what we are trying to do, guys, is raise awareness and plant those seeds. And, you know, maybe there's somebody that's on the fence about it and has been thinking about this stuff, and it sends them over the edge of like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. And like I said, there's going to be some people who don't want to believe at all, and that's cool too. This is not for you. This information is not for you, and it's fine because it's not going to be for everybody, and I'm okay with that. But I do feel like these messages and these videos are going to get to the right people. What I can say, man, the most important thing that I can say is we all must stand together. All right? United we stand, divided we fall. If they can find a way to divide us, and they've been trying everything in their arsenal to divide us, guys, through the media, through social media, through so many ways, through viruses, events that happen, global events, the whole virus thing, that thing was a global thing, that they tried to divide us, guys, even with the mask on our faces, you know what I'm saying, like, disidentification, people getting scared of each other, like, oh, stay 6 feet away from me, bro. Oh my God. They took down a video. They took down my video where I was talking about this before we even went into lockdown the first time, guys. I posted a video, and if y'all seen it, shout out to y'all. But they took down the video and strike my channel for that video, guys, because I was speaking truth in that video, and exactly what I said in that video happened. People scared of each other. People like, oh man, it's just nuts to talk about, guys. The total world domination that they're trying to do is unfair. So it is up to us to stand up for our people. United we fucking stand, guys. No matter what race, creed, religion, whatever it is, guys, we must stand together and band together to change the world, to raise the vibrations, it's a spiritual battle right now, guys. Do y'all not see it's happening right in front of our faces? And the only way that we're going to prevail, the only way that we're going to win is if we come together. We have to come together, and we have to stop allowing them to control our minds to the point to where we're scared of other people, that we don't want to communicate with other people, that we don't want to love our neighbor, we don't want to help our neighbor. Come on, man. Like, we have to do better. But anyway.
Until the Freemason secret societies of the United States are destroyed, their temples are burned to the ground, we will never be free of this. They control everything. They control the media, the government, Hollywood, everything that we see and touch around us. The corporations, they control it all. And until the secret society is completely destroyed, like the cancer, and removed like a cancer on the face of the planet, we will forever be enslaved to their tactics. I'm sad today because that young man, Aaron Carter, obviously is going to get depicted as nothing but a drug user, a drug addict, and that he died, another famous person dying of a drug addiction, when if you really research these figures, they got into the music industry, and then they changed their minds, and they tried to get out, and every person that's tried to get out of that occult in Hollywood usually is dismissed, is they create some sort of narrative in the media about them.
Yeah, that's what they will do, man. They will take you off that pedestal that they put you on, because they feel like they gave you the pedestal, They put you on that high pedestal. So you go against us, we can take you off. We can take you down. And you better hope that you still exist on this planet, because we can take you out that way as well. Or we could just take your sponsorships away from you. We can take your money away from you. We can take your business away from you. We can take your fame away from you. We can turn you into a crazy looking person. All right. We already know that Kanye already exposed the text messages of his MK Ultra trainer, and said that previously he sent Kanye somewhere, pumped a whole bunch of drugs in him, all right, to where he was drugged up and all of that stuff. So how many other times did this happen to these stars, guys? How many other times did they do this to these stars to get them in line? And of course, they're going to like look all drugged up and spaced out and all, like crazy. And some people do pick up addictions and drug habits just off of that. So they're out here looking tired and bad and unhealthy and stuff like that. And people are like, oh yeah, that nigga on drugs. Y'all don't understand what really happens behind the scenes, man. They are drugging these guys up. They are drugging these women up. They will paint you out to look like a horrible person. They can totally destroy you because they feel like they gave you all your success and your career and all of that. And if you oppose them, Come on now, man. Of course they're gonna destroy you.
They lie about them or they try to kill them. Look what they did with Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson came against Tommy Mottola, Sony Records,
Mm-hmm.
did it in a press conference, and
everybody who goes against Sony ends up missing.
His doctor was switched out at the last minute, and this new doctor that came into his home injected him with something that killed him in his IV. That's a fact. Look at Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers was talking about Barack Obama, talking about that he was a homosexual president, and that Michelle Obama was not a woman. And a week or two later, she was scheduled for a surgery. They switched doctors. A new doctor came in to do the surgery, and she died on the operating table.
Damn, so they're saying Michelle Obama is a man? I seen, like, you know, people talking about that before. I haven't done any research on that, but man, I feel like anything is possible nowadays, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Anything is possible nowadays, and everything that you see sometimes is backwards. It's ass fucking backwards.
We are living in a crazy time. The solution is a complete and total unification of all of those of us that are against this, standing, rising, and stopping at nothing until they are removed from power and their occult is destroyed.
Age Media TV, shout out to you, man. Guys, go subscribe to his channel. I fuck with it the long way, man. Make sure that you guys go check out his channel. Go subscribe. If y'all like this type of content, man, and y'all want more of it, go subscribe to his channel. He's waking people up, and that's what it's all about, bruh. Planting those seeds. And, you know, we all have to do our part. Like I said, like, just coming together as a human race. Fuck, oh, white, black, purple, blue. I don't care what color you are. We must come together as a human race and stop allowing them to divide us in these different ways. They're using every tactic in the book that they can use right now, even down to what just happened, the virus that I'm talking about, man, that we was on lockdown. I'm like, y'all don't see the slavery? Y'all can't tell me after the past 3 years that y'all can't see that we are enslaved, and like they showed us that they can control us on a whole different level, and even to the point that we were scared of our neighbor and wanted to distance ourselves from. Oh my God, guys, I can't speak too much on that. You know, like I said, they took down my video. They taken down several videos of me speaking about this situation, bruh. Like, and it's sad. It's tough. It's tough because I know who's taking them down. The elite are taking down my videos. I know that. So I try to tread lightly, but sometimes, man, I just be so passionate about this stuff because I feel like it's so unfair, and the manipulation tactics and all of these things that they are doing to try to hold us down and to try to remain in power. Y'all really messing with our people, man. Y'all really messing with our people, and I'm not for it. I'm not for it at all. I'm for the people. You know, and everybody who is for the people, usually they don't last long. But anyway, guys, I want to know how you guys feel about everything that was said in this video. I know it was a very heavy topic, a very heavy video, but I feel like it was heavily necessary, especially with all the celebrity deaths that have been in the news here lately. But guys, stay prayed up. Like I say in every video, man, if you are wanting to be a big star, superstar, you want to be in the industry, just know what comes with it. I'm not trying to tell you not to do it, because everybody has free will and choice. But as you guys can see, almost everybody who goes into that industry, like, they regret it. They regret it. They try to get out. They try to speak about it. They try to expose certain shit, and they become the sacrifice. So let me know how y'all feel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend. Ted ain't your mama. Ted ain't Uncle Joey. Still a hoe. I will see you guys in the next motherfucking video. I love y'all, man. Peace. We out, baby.